right, so we'll get started if you guys are ready. So sitting comfortably, like I said, if you have a blanket or something to sit on, just to get a bit of height. Yeah, it could be the block too. Anything works. All right. So we'll take our time to get settled in. So you can even take your thigh and kind of spin it back. So a hand on the front, a hand on the back, and kind of spin it back, both sides. And maybe we can feel the sit bones just kind of anchor down a bit more. So like we usually do, we'll inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, just release. We can let the shoulders help us. When we inhale, the shoulders can come up. Exhale, just let go. 2 or 3 more. Let's do one more big one. Okay, now take a moment and just let the body move any way it wants to. So any kind of movement that feels good. Sometimes I like to open, close the mouth. You can give yourself a little massage, roll the shoulders, move the head, whatever. Shift around in the hips, just like help yourself settle in, just 30 seconds or so. Okay, so now let's settle down. So the backs of the hands on the knees. Of course, anytime that movement wants to come out, you let it come out. All right, so we'll just take a few moments. Relax. Relax the belly. And let's invite the breath into the belly. Let's feel the weight of the hands on the legs. And just receive that weight from the hands through the legs. Relax the thighs. Feel all the parts of the body touching the earth, the supports of the earth, and just like let yourself sink, root down. We can even imagine strong, deep roots. Imagine breathing with those roots. We'll take 5 breaths. Each exhale, let yourself relax even more. Now, keeping this connection with the earth, let's imagine a string or something like a column of light, whatever, a spiral pulling up from the crown of the head all the way up, connecting through the stars. Maybe we can imagine inhaling energy from the earth, bringing it up through the body, through the head, through the stars. And then exhaling that light from the stars through the crown of the head, through the body, the earth. If you like, everything I say is just a suggestion. So 5 more breaths, focusing on the breath any way that feels good. And the most important thing, letting ourselves relax. Okay, finally, Let's settle into the connector between the heavens and the earth, our own hearts. So just relaxing into the heart space. And to help us open up, we can go on our quest for gratitude. So just bring to mind 3 or 4 or however many things you feel grateful for. We'll just name them inside ourselves. And let's remember to thank ourselves for literally anything. You know, choosing to do yoga today, getting dressed. Okay, last 2 or 3 breaths in this position. Connect with the feeling of gratitude. Okay, when you feel ready, bring the hands into a prayer. And then we'll take that prayer and we'll just stretch it forward. So we'll do twists. I think we did these last week. So we just start going to one side, the hand traces the arm, hand goes all the way to the heart. And then we come back, the hand follows the arm through the middle, and then to the other side, back to the heart. So that's it, and you just play with it. You can go fast, slow. It could be a deep twist or a not so deep twist, whatever you need. And again, we're here to connect with our bodies. So let's just feel the texture of the skin, of our clothing. I like to imagine taking the energy of the heart, bringing it into the hands. Remember, you can always let out a sigh, breathe in whatever way feels good. Okay, a few more. All right, next time we come to center, let's stay centered. We'll interlace the hands, turn the palms face out. Okay, so we'll inhale, bring the back of the hands to the heart. Now we'll exhale, push forward and round the back. Can tuck the chin into the chest. So we'll do that a couple times. We inhale the chest. Exhale, push and round. So just go with your own breath. Inhaling to the chest. Exhaling, pushing and rounding. Get into your flow. Add your flair. All right, the next time the hands push forward, stay there. And then with an inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale the backs of the hands to the head. Inhale. Exhale, push up. And we'll do this movement a few times. So we inhale to the head. Exhale, push up. So remember the rest of the body. When you push up, push down with the sit bones. So not just the arms, we stretch the whole body. Follow your breath. Okay, one more. So next time you push up, hold that position, take a couple breaths. Now check the shoulders. So even though the arms are up, see if the shoulders can go down a little bit. We'll inhale here, stretching up through the palms, stretching the whole spine. And with the exhale, we'll just tilt to one side. It doesn't have to be a big movement. So both the sit bones still moving down, down, down. And then we'll follow our own breath. Inhale in the middle. Exhale to the side. So go at your own pace. Okay, next time you come to center, stay there. And with an exhale, just release. Relax the arms. Take a breath or two, just notice how you feel. Let everything settle. Okay, let's get into those legs. So we'll start more with the hips than the legs. So we'll bring the feet in front of us. The hands come behind. The feet, a good amount of space, like a bit wider than the hips. And we'll just start to see if it's possible to go one side and then the other. So just rocking. You don't have to go all the way down, whatever's comfortable. So you might notice like the arm, it wants to lift up. So we can just take it with us. You breathe through it any way you like. I like to look at the hand with appreciation, a sense of wonder, gratitude. A few more. Okay, the next time the legs come to one side, I'm doing my right side, it doesn't really matter. We'll stay there. Hands either side of the knee. So now we'll take the opposite hip, so this is my left hip, and we pull it towards the front knee. Like there's a string between the hip and the knee, so we're kind of pulling the hips forward. 2 or 3 breaths. Breathe into the hips. Okay, if it's comfortable, we're going to add a little forward bend, and we'll use the head and the neck too. So we inhale, turn the head away from the front knee. So it's my right knee, so I turn my head to the right. And then with the exhale, fold forward just as much as comfortable. Then you can bring the head back to the center. Inhale, come back up. So we turn the head towards the back shoulder, fold, bring the head back to center, come back up. So a few more times, just go at your own breath. You know, if you want to hold it, that's fine. Whatever feels good for you. Get into your own flow. Okay, the next time you come up, stay just 2 or 3 breaths. If you want, I hope this is easy enough to see. I know it's an awkward position. You could take the arm that's far away from you, so it's my left hand, and bring it outside the right knee, and back the right hand behind you and go a little deeper into the twist. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Last 2 or 3 breaths. See if you can breathe with the belly. Okay, with an inhalation, come back to the middle. And we're just going to sit for a breath or 2. See if you can let yourself relax even more. Find something to let go. And then we'll get ready for the other side. So we'll start back and forth like we did before. So going to one side, then the other. You can use the arms or not. Get into your flow. Make sure it feels good. Almost like a little dance. You know, add your flair. Let your creative energy come out. And a sense of playfulness. All right, next time we come to the other side, for me it's the left, we stay there. Hands either side of the knee. So we start by taking the back hip, it's my right hip, pulling it towards the front knee. Almost like we want to get the hips back into a line. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Send the breath deep down into the belly. All right, so we can start the forward bend. So we turn the head same direction as the front knee. So for me, it's to the left. And then as we exhale, we fold forward. Bring the head back to the center. Inhale, come back up. So that's it. Go at your own pace. Turning the head. Folding forward. Back to center, coming back up. All right, let's say one more. All right, once you come back up, just hang out. And then it's up to you. If you want to go deeper, you can take that right hand, bring it outside the left knee, back the left hand behind, and just deepen the twist. Only if it feels okay. We'll take a few really long, deep breaths. All right, when you're ready, back to center. And again, we'll just sit for 2 or 3 breaths. Find something else to relax. Okay, in your own time, let's stretch the legs out to the sides. Probably our last seated exercise for now. So if you need to sit on more stuff, go ahead and sit on more stuff. If the hamstrings are tight, this might be a bit uncomfortable. And let's just pull those toes towards us as much as we can. It's always the same thing. Anchor down with the sit bones. Push the sit bones into the floor. You can even push the thigh bones into the floor. Remember the string at the crown of the head pulling up. We'll take a few breaths before we add any movement. Look for that sense of being like lifted up and grounded at the same time. Reconnect with the feeling of gratitude. Okay, with an inhale, we'll bring the arms out to the sides. So coming back into the sides of the body, we'll inhale here. Exhale, one hand on one leg. And we just lean over just as much as it feels good. And that's it. Follow your breath. Inhaling in the middle. Exhaling, leaning over. So go at your own rhythm. And make sure it feels good. We never want to force. We're here to listen to our body. So if the body says to back off a little bit, do that. And if the body says you can go a little deeper, go for that. Just let's make sure we're respecting ourselves. Okay, a few more. Make sure the feet are still engaged, the legs are strong. Add a sense of playfulness, make it more of a dance. Okay, come to center. And with the exhale, just release, release, release. All right, so we'll come into a downward facing dog. So whatever you're sitting on, you can just move that aside for now. So I love down dog. I find it's one of the best ways to stretch the legs. We'll hang out here at least 5 breaths. So take the time to do whatever feels good. You might want to walk the feet, shift the hips. You can always sigh. You can play with turning the head, whatever. Just enjoy your down dog. Okay, 2 more breaths. All right, with an exhale, let's bring the knees down. Hands underneath the shoulders. The toes could be tucked or flat, you decide. So we'll work on our balance in the core. So we flatten out the back, engage the core a little bit. You could do just legs or just arms. I think we're all comfortable with both, so I'll start with both. So we inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg extends. Exhale, bring it back. That's it, follow your breath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back. Take your time with it and really extend through the heel and the fingertips. Could be fast, slow, however you feel you need it for today. Okay, one more each side. Come back to all fours when you're done, and we'll do some cat-cows. So we inhale the crown of the head, the tail. Come on. Exhale, round the back. So we inhale the head and tail up. Exhale, round. Go at your own pace. Okay, inhale back to center. Tuck the toes. Sit on the heels if that's comfortable. So nice little toe stretch. I actually don't like it, but it's a good stretch for the toes. Make sure all the toes are tucked under. And I will take a moment, just release the wrists. So just circle those wrists. All right, back to all fours. We're going to work on the shoulders. So come on down. So one side, I'm going to do my left arm first so you can see me better. It doesn't matter which side. So we inhale, open up. And then we exhale like we're tucking under ourselves. And again, it's like a dance. So we just go with our own breath. Inhaling, open up. And then we exhale, just tuck behind the other arm. into your own flow. Next inhale, let's see if we can hold the open position. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it down. And then the other side, so same thing. We inhale, open up. Exhale, tuck under the other arm. All right, next inhale, let's hold the open position. Take a couple breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Sit back on the heels, so tuck the toes, sit on the heels. And again, just circle those wrists. Okay, release the feet. We'll do a couple of lunges. I'm going to grab my blocks. If you have your blocks, take them. If you just have one block, it's okay. We can make it work. Don't worry. If you have no blocks, it's also okay. All right. So left foot forward. If you have no blocks, you could just have the hands up on the thigh. If you have two blocks, you could have your hands on either block. Back toes could be tucked or flat. You decide. So we're just breathing into the lunge. Breathing into the hips. Check the shoulders, see if they can relax. I feel like my shoulders are really up there. Bring the shoulders down. 2 more breaths. Okay, so maybe we can tuck the back toes and lift the back thigh. So if you have no blocks, you could still be on your thigh. Or if your hands comfortably reach the floor, you could have your hands on the floor. If you have the blocks, you just have your hands on the blocks. So find what works in your body. Let the legs work. So lift up with that back thigh. All right, we'll turn it into an extended warrior 2. So if you're on your hands, bring your left forearm onto the thigh. Your back foot, the right foot, just turn it down. So we come into warrior 2 legs, and then the top arm just opens up. Position of the head, whatever you like. Down is very stable, but it could be forward or even up. Two more. Okay, with an inhalation, we come up to warrior 2. So we try to keep the legs the same, just the torso comes up. All right, let's relax the arms, straighten the front leg, move those hips. All right, just to let the legs work, we'll do another warrior 2. So we bend the front knee, it's my left knee. Arms come up, and we'll just keep it upright. So we look over the hand, same hand as the bent leg, it's my left hand. Relax the face and breathe. We'll try for 5 more. Okay, let's get ready to do the other side. So we're going to come back down to the mat. So we can turn onto the right toes, bring the hands down. Get the block out of the way if it's there. Step back to a plank or to hands and knees. So we'll hold either a full plank or half plank on the knees. You decide. 2 breaths. And we'll lower down, knees, chest, chin. So the knees come down first, bum comes up a little, shift, come down. Inhale into a cobra, flatten the feet, press up just as much as is comfortable. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. It could also be child's pose, whatever you prefer. Okay, when you're ready, come back down onto hands and knees. We'll do the other side. So the right foot steps forward. You can have your blocks. You can have your hands on your knee. Whatever. Find the stability of the pose. So root down through the knee, through the foot. Relax the face, the jaw, the eyes. Okay, if this is feeling good, we can make it a little more challenging. Lift up the back knee. Really strong back leg, lifting up through the thigh bone. Okay, so get ready for the extended side warrior. So if you're on the hands on the knee, see if you can put your right forearm down. Turn the left foot down. If you're doing the other side, just follow, switch sides for yourself. And then the top arm comes over. So extended side warrior. Yeah, that's perfect. Breathe into it. Okay, so we try to keep the legs exactly as they are. Just move the torso. We inhale, swivel the torso up. Warrior 2. All right, with an exhale, we drop the arms, straighten the leg, and just shift the hips a little bit. Find something to relax, something to let go. Okay, and now we go right back into the warrior 2. So we bend the front leg, it's my right leg. Arms come out, we look over the fingertips. Really strong legs, rip your mat apart. Cultivating that inner strength, our warrior spirits. Okay, so we get ready to come back onto the floor. So we swivel to the front, we come onto the back toes, come on down. Find your way to do it. We step back to plank, either full plank or on the knees, 2 or 3 breaths, building our core strength. Okay, when you're ready, knees, chest, chin. So the knees come down, bum comes up. We shift forward, dip down. Flatten the feet. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale, bring the head down, but keep the hands where they are. We're going to play with cobra a little bit. So we'll go with our breath, just inhaling up into a cobra. Exhaling right back down. So follow your breath. Two more. Okay, let's keep working on the benefits of cobra, but make it a little easier ourselves. We'll do a Sphinx. So bring the forearms down to the floor. So your elbows are pretty much underneath the shoulders. Let's make sure the pelvis is really on the floor, so we can take one leg, lift it up, pull it back, put it down. Other leg, lift it up, pull it back, put it down. With the forearms, kind of drag them towards the body. Let the heart come forward and up. Remember the string pulling up at the crown of the head. And let's just take 5 long, really deep breaths. Let's push the belly against the floor. Another 2 or 3 if it feels good. Okay, big inhale. With the exhale, come down. Make a pillow with the hands for the head. Turn the toes in towards one another, and let's just breathe into the back. So see if you can still push the belly into the floor with your breath. Okay, so slowly and gently come onto the back. If you have any extra clothes, you got your socks, or if you have a blanket, anything you might need for Shavasana, you can grab it. We'll just do a couple of twists before we do the Shavasana. But get all your stuff now. No rush, you join in when you're ready. So we'll just do the regular twists. It's up to you. You can have the legs together or go to the side one at a time. We just inhale in the middle. Exhale over. Inhale center. Exhale over. So do a few following your breath. And then once you feel ready to settle into the Shavasana, come back to center. Find a position that feels good for you today. So you know if you want to put something underneath the knees or even have the knees up. If you want a pillow or something underneath the head, whatever. Do it, whatever you can to be super comfortable. Settle yourself in. Feel the support of the earth. And let yourself let everything go. Okay. Let's very, very, very slowly and very gently start to wake the body mind. Maybe circling the ankles and wrists. Maybe by deepening the breath or even letting out a yawn. Eventually, we'll go into a full body stretch. Before we come up, let's do a banana stretch. So the right leg kind of slides over to the right. The left foot comes on top of the right ankle. The right hand grabs onto the left wrist, and we just pull ourselves over to the right. So we make ourselves in a little banana shape. Then take a few long, deep breaths. Two more, deep with the belly. Okay, come back to the middle. Just take a couple breaths, doing nothing. Yeah, let's do our banana on the other side. So the left foot goes out to the left. The right foot comes on top of the left foot. Left hand grabs the right wrist. We pull ourselves over to the left. So make the banana shape and breathe nice and deep. Okay. Release the banana, come back to the middle, and again, take a few breaths before we come out of it. All right, slowly, gently, in your own time and way, let's come back to sitting. So really take your time. It could be knees to chest, roll into one side. Take as many breaths as you need in between. Maybe even resting the head on the arm. And eventually making our way back to any comfortable seated position. You can absolutely grab the blanket or sit on a block. So let's just take a moment to reconnect earth, So let's just take a moment to reconnect earth, sky, and then just settling into the depth of our own hearts. Okay, we can rub the hands together. We'll close by chanting Om. Come into prayer. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Roll the shoulders back and down. And just before we chant, maybe we can silently just say something really sweet to ourselves, really kind, a word of encouragement or an affirmation, or a simple yet powerful, I love you. All right, let's close our practice by chanting Om. So we'll exhale everything. Inhale to chant. With gratitude and appreciation, may we acknowledge, honor the light, the love within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it.